Aether, Lisa found me in town. She said you had something important to discuss with me.
Ah, Diluc. Thank you for coming to my office. I'm glad you could find the time in your busy schedule. How's the winery doing? The clear sky suggests you haven't lit it on fire yet.
Aether, this is Jean's office, not yours.
Listen, Diluc. We could argue semantics all day, but you and I are both busy people. So how about you close the door, zip the lips, and let's get on with this. Sound good? Great. Now shut the door.
I still have lots to do at the guild. If this is about your next adventure, then you should really bring the Knights of Favonius with you this time. I'm pretty busy after all.
You see, that's exactly why I asked you to come here.
Yes, wait. I'm sorry, what?
There's no real easy way to say this, so I'll just rip the band-aid right off. You're fired.
I must not have heard you correctly. Did you mean to say I'm fire? As in, like, my vision gives me the power to wield fire? Because I have a lengthy, complicated, and tragic backstory behind that. You see, as a child,
No, you heard correctly. You're fired. As in, you're off the team. As in, I no longer wish to have you in the party, and your services will no longer be required. While you were spending your time being an edgelord who lamented the corruption of society, I thought about what you said and decided to ask Jean about potential candidates that could fill your role. And believe me, it wasn't that difficult.
What? Aether, you're not making any sense. My role, what do you mean?
Oh boy. You're not making this easy. Yes, Diluc, your role. You see, when we form a group, everyone has a role to play. Kinda like the jobs you have the people at your winery doing, which, by the way, you should really take some time to teach those maids how to use a broom properly. The last time I went, they asked me to use my animo powers to sweep since their brooms were still drying. Anyway, in my party, your job is to be the steadfast, heavy hitter that breaks shields and smacks things with a massive flaming fucking stick. The problem, though, is that, well, for what I pay for your services, there are others who can achieve the same results for much, much less.
Aether, slow down, please. Listen, how do I say this? Some use the wind's whistling to drown out the sounds of their crimes. I am different, though. My vision is a light in the sea of darkness that surrounds those who have lost their way. Those that provide such services for a lower fee could have ill intent. Who could you possibly find that could replace me? You know that I am the best that Mondstadt has to offer.
Who could I find, huh? Alright, big boy. Let's break this down. First up is Xinyan. Just like you, she can use a big flaming stick too. Unlike you, though, she isn't a rich little daddy's boy with abandonment issues and a dark, brooding ego. She does what you can't seem to wrap your head around, which is provide support for her teammates. Her pyro shield prevents her other teammates from dying, and she has a guaranteed critical rate with her burst, which means I don't have to spend my precious time killing hundreds of abyss mages and talking to freaking dungeon trees for a chance to get the perfect critical set rate bonus. Next up is Xiangling, who can summon her bear to attack enemies and melt shields, even when she's not on the field. Not to mention, she's a god's damned chef. Like, as an adventurer, can you even fathom how incredibly rare and amazing that is? We can eat golden crab cakes and spiced chili meat instead of that disgusting fisherman's toast bullshit. I mean, of course that stuff wakes you up after being knocked out. It's barely considered edible smelling salts. I swear, if I ever find the person who thought it was a good idea to put onions on toast and call it a meal, I'm going to strip them naked, toss them in the spiral abyss, and pray to the archons that they throw themselves... I'm getting off track. Where was I? Oh, right. Thirdly is Bennett. who is one of the most overpowered people this side of Mondstadt. He may be an annoying and naive little boy, but he eclipses you simply by his ability to buff the entire party alongside his healing, which, oh that's right, you can't do. Then of course, there's Amber.
Aether, wait, no, stop. This is all deeply unsettling and hurtful, but surely you jest. I mean, you couldn't possibly think that Amber has more capabilities than I.
Funny enough, she does in some cases. I mean, look at the Spiral Abyss for instance. While you're smacking the Cryofatui with your sword, doing nearly no damage whatsoever, Amber is reliably distracting them with her weird little rabbit, breaking their shields in mere moments with her burst, and even can output fire-infused attacks at a much faster rate than you. Not to mention, she can attack from a distance. Against a Cryofatui agent, you're basically useless. You get off a 3-hit combo at close range against a guy who can spray a freezing mist for 10 seconds that coats the battlefield in frozen death, and you consume precious stamina in some places where stamina is literally being sucked from your body by a mirthless death god with a power trip. Now, with all that being said, I could definitely use you if I wanted to run a full team suicide mission for shits and gigs. Or, and hear me out here, we could use Amber. Pop a rabbit, fire some arrows, and boom, Cryofatui is sitting on his ass and we go in for the kill. It's just overall a better time for everyone. You understand, right? Because if you don't, I'd be happy to explain it all again.
But, I have a sword. And what about my phoenix? I can literally summon a giant bird of retribution which smites the enemies. Nobody else can do that. Surely that would be something to change your mind, right?
Huh? Yeah. Your phoenix. You mean the massive pigeon that shits fire on enemies and converts all your attacks to pyro for like 2 seconds? Yeah, that's hot garbage. If you really wanted to play with birds, you should go hang out with Timmy. I'm pretty sure he needs a new father figure. Blah, blah, blah. Something about daddy leaving. Blah, blah, blah. I love pigeons. I don't know. That kid's just a mystery to me, but definitely makes it a lot easier for me to get my weekly missions completed. And on top of that, I have a massive pile of pigeon meat that I never plan to eat, but hey, it's nice to get it anyway. Truth be told, now that I think about it, I'm surprised there are still pigeons left at this rate. I mean, have you ever seen a pigeon tornado? Because I have. It's hilarious.
What? Aether, how dare you mock me in such a manner? My phoenix is the culmination of power and grace, giving form to an unyielding determination and strength. How could you belittle me so?
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Is that form of mockery not suiting you? Here, how about I rephrase it then? Your Dawn Phoenix should be called Yawn Phoenix. I mean, if Hilichurls didn't have an IQ in the single digits, do you know what their response would be to your unyielding determination and strength? Would be? Moving to the God's side. Your attack has no tracking, relies on enemies lining up like dominoes, and the boost it provides is, well, passable at best. Not to mention, even with a fully stacked and loaded full Crimson Witch set, with the best stats imaginable, you'd only be able to maintain the effects for around 80% of the fight. The other 20%, you're basically slower than our dog boy companion Razor.
Hunt. Hey guys, my name's Fox. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked that, make sure to subscribe and leave a comment about what you thought. Also, come check me out on Twitch. I stream Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays every week, and do lots of fun games on stream, usually with prizes like gift cards and special game requests. We also have a Discord if you're interested. Links are in the description. Part 2 will be out soon.